as well. The fact that they kind of throw the aggression in randomly. So they're not being predictable with the aggression, which is clearly what Fnatic are waiting for. Fnatic are waiting to see, Apex, where are you going to come next? No, now they're just changing up that pace and trying to keep Pronax guessing.
And it is worth pointing out that these two teams have an incredible amount of sort of intel on each other before the match even starts. They've done so much work to watch each other's demos and figure out how they play. So there's a whole game within the game right now about trying to call and figure out, you know, what do they usually do and trying to not be predictable. And that's also a big part of why all of this is happening. olofmeister sneaking all the way into a ladder room and seeing if he can actually get a kill on someone. Apex just out of the angle. And in the meantime, the bomb is over by the A bomb site, so they might try and make a little bit of noise here. If they can get a kill, it might distract the people in A, and then they can try and hit it. But look who's sneaking up close. Gotta be careful, it's Kiyoshima. NBK does go down, and Kiyo, he's actually gonna come and look, but he looks the wrong way, and Crims will take him out, and this is a fantastic start here. Is it gonna be down to Apex? He does get licked by olofmeister, and is down to 14 health. It's not looking good in this round for Envy.
Yeah, and Kenny's already been tagged down as well, and now he has to worry about somebody going for the flank. They don't know. olofmeister's so smart to just take that shot and back off, because now Kenny has to worry about him being at the back. I mean, they did hear the op afterwards, but there was that moment of hesitation where is olofmeister? Is he trying to backstab or not? Envy, though, they really don't have their legs under them yet as far as the economy is concerned, so they have to back off and try and save the guns. And I'm glad to see that Pronax is already spreading out, that Fnatic are already spreading out to try and hunt. They should be willing to give up a couple of AKs, because it's really worth it to them to get these guns off of Envy.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. They don't have a lot of money, so they can't throw everything at it, but they can afford to lose a single AK, maybe especially on Pronax here. Oh, but olofmeister gives up the AWP. There's a spray from Pronax. He takes down one. The last two are very, very low on health, but are they going to be found? I don't think they will.
Why does Apex go for that second peek there? Like,
yeah, it's dangerous, isn't it?
That's the thing. You peek towards window. If the guy's on the site and you hear steps, okay, you might have to take the fight and try and catch him off guard. But if the guy's holding window and kills you, then you just saved your gun for nothing.
Okay, so 2 rounds now. One where olofmeister sneaks into connector with an AK. This time he's in the window with an AWP. That is a signal that there is a certain lack of mid-control here for Envy, and they've got to be careful about that. Whenever they go aggressive and have an AWP that seems to be doing pretty well, but otherwise they fall back too far, and Fnatic take full advantage. That's very, very important to keep an eye on here. This time you can tell they've got a lot more presence here in middle.
Yeah, and you already see that here as well. 2 guys in connector this time. Apex is there to back his man. And now Kiyoshima. Can he see over that smoke into underpass? That looked a little tricky. He looked like he wanted to see if he could actually get close enough.
Yeah, might just be jumping a bit inside it, trying to see if he can look over it. NBK taking a bit of a jump and actually taking a bit of damage there as well. It's a jump that NBK before the patch with the hitboxes was so happy to do, and now it's a little bit more dangerous. You can very easily get shut down by making that jump now.
That is a flawless smoke. There we go. Flash over from Kiyo. Not sure if he spotted olofmeister. olofmeister is still hanging around in mid. But Fnatic now with 45 seconds left on this clock. It's time to go hunting for some frags. Olaf misses the shot. Kiyoshima with the excellent punish. The leg shot, no scope, and olofmeister nearly takes him out. Way too close. olofmeister starting to wake up after that cold start.
That was nuts that he hit that shot, but it does work out. Now they're going to be pushing the B-bomb site. There is a bit of a stack here. 2 people, and they go down simultaneously. It's Kiyoshima and Kenny now left. There is like a sense of madness to the idea that Olof is pushing middle alone with the AWP. There's nobody there to back him up. There's no chance. Oh, okay. Fadeaway shot through the board there, taking down Kiyoshima. And Kenny, AWP is not going to be saving it. JW doing some good cleanup work here. That's going to tie the score at 6-6. And Fnatic, they are coming hard back into this first round.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, now this is a perfectly acceptable scoreline for Fnatic. Envy, when they were keeping up, I mean, obviously when they got off to that good start 5-1, that's exactly how they want it, because then Fnatic are having to battle to get rounds on the board, and maybe they get up to 4 or 5. 5 is pretty much where Envy want to draw the line and say, that's it. 5 rounds, you're only going to have 5 going into CT side. Fnatic, though, now they've crossed it.
Well, look at the symmetry here. I mean, yeah, you're right, 5-1, and essentially Fnatic have then in return made it 5-1 for them, so gonna tie it up, stack at the B bomb site, and Fnatic are charging right into it. This is what Envy want. Now, can they actually capitalize on it? They've got a couple of pistols here, including that Deagle on Apex and a C-set on Kenny, and opening up this Apex and Kiyoshima. Finally, a bit of a reply here for the Swedish side, and Happy gonna be alone, sneaking in on Catwalk, but he should be found. There it is, olofmeister picking it up. So a bit of a scare, actually. It's really dangerous, but you see how Fnatic are so determined in these rounds to say, we're not gonna play a slow game. And I'm wondering if they've seen enough Deagle action from Envy to know that if you creep around corners and try and play it safe, safely, they're probably going to blow your face off.
Yeah, Happy. I mean, he's already demonstrated that over on the A site. That was
Yeah.
probably a little bit of a wake-up call there for Fnatic. You know, 2 one-click headshots from Happy. I mean, that's solid work. Now, well, 5 rifles for Envy, but very limited on the nades. Again, skimping on the helmets, and no kits either. So Envy, they cannot afford to make a mistake in this round. If Fnatic do get that bomb plant, it's not going to go well for them. They're going to be very limited on time. So now it comes down to, again, mid-control. Apex not pushing super aggressive at the top, but there are 3 players there for Envy right now. So rotating onto this A site, and they're going to have to be there very quick if they want to keep Happy alive. He's going to get spotted, and the entry shot there from JW is exactly what Fnatic needed. Perfect situation now for the Swedes.
Yeah, and when they get there from the middle, all the smokes are going to be up, and they have Molotovs as well to buy time here. Fnatic are in a genius position, but Kiyoshima will take down Pronex. That is a big kill, and because JW is low, this can actually still turn around, but they need some quick frags to get back into this. Gap at the edge of the smoke, and Apex doesn't realize. He actually probably assumes that that's a full block and runs right into the shot. NBK and Kenny are still left for a moment here. Kenny very low on health. He does get a kill, but Olaf picks up a second in the round, and NBK trying to charge in here and still not being tagged. He's looking for the opening, trying to see if he can get the shot on Olaf or JW, and that would be a 1-click on JW, who's very low on health, but NBK looks the wrong way, and that is going to be Fnatic picking up one more round. 8 and 6. Where they're getting it from, but they are pulling it back right now.
Yeah, though, like, I don't think that Happy can go down in that situation. I think that needs to be 100% kill that he needs to trade, really. He needs to get that kill on JW. There was a second man there backing up JW, so it should go 1-1 and then back to Fnatic when they manage to, you know, kill off Happy. But the fact that Happy does not get that initial kill on JW, that's where it falls apart, and that's where you have to be a little bit worried because he's usually so consistent with those kinds of kills.
Well, I'll mention that round in a second here. Crims is going to be going down. Nice double push from Apex. And Kiyoshima trying to see if they can trade effectively there. And they don't have a lot of weapons, so, you know, giving up a rifle but then taking away Crim's AK, considering the wrist have pistols, it might be worth it. And Kenny sneaking around the back here. Really good job, but JW catches him. Still good effort. That's a C set again for an AK. It's still a pretty good trade.
And Keo manages to sneak into pit to pick up that AK, so we'll see if he can actually pass that off to a teammate. But already Pronex infiltrating the back line. Happy should be aware of this, and he is taking his time around Murder Hole, making sure that he's actually not going to just walk into a headshot, as you guys can see. That's a question of who actually makes the mistake first. Kiyoshima's still lurking around pit. Fnatic taking their time with it. They need to double up in pit, though. I don't think that they want to leave the bomb carrier alone. No reason to come out of apartments when Pronex is already in position in jungle.
And this is going to be very tough for Kiyoshima. JW and Olaf, one of them is probably going to get the kill on him, and they'll give up the bomb site. So they've got to really be careful. Walking right in there, and he almost takes down JW. Happy, though, sneak on his side. They probably won't realize, because they got Pronex in the window. No reason to suspect that Happy would be in once Kiyoshima's gone down. Very sneaky play. Bomb carrier drops, 20 seconds left, and Happy just got to buy time and wait for the backup to come in here. See if he can get a couple of shots in here. It's right now 2 versus 1. Happy goes down, and MPK hiding in CT spawn. Grenade falls in, misses the shot once. MPK's getting a little bit closer here, but gets the headshot on Pronex, and now it's a 1 versus 1. He jumps, he takes down Olofmeister. What a way to clutch the last round with nothing more than a pistol, and that's going to make it 7-8, and it's a huge round here for Envy. Very important one.
He's had such a slow start in this half that... And just watching the replay now, I mean, only NBK, but he's had such a slow start in this half that, it's, you know, it is time for NBK to start coming up with the big plays, the big rounds like this, because it's not often that he's at the bottom of the scoreboard like this, not even into double digits at the end of the half. He's usually the most consistent player on Envy, where he will always give you, you know, that mid-teens kind of performance, and sometimes he blows up, but NBK is usually your anchor. Yeah. So the fact that he's lagging behind right now, that's a bit of an indication, again, that, you know, not everything is as it should be for the Frenchman. I mean, 8 rounds for Fnatic also is a pretty big tell.
Yeah, and it's a big comeback after that 5-1 lead for the CT side. Now, just to throw back to that one round where Happy's in the A bomb site, they've got 3 people in middle for Envy. He goes down, but here's what's really odd. Normally when you put 3 people in the middle, you do it to try and have maybe 1 guy window and 2 people pushing top mid to try and catch anyone, like Envy have done a couple of rounds. But actually they were just hanging out in the middle, sort of. They weren't really doing anything, so they had no way of knowing if Fnatic were at top mid or if they were all stacked outside A. They had no information, and if you put 3 people in there, you at least want the information about where the enemy team is. Because once you push top mid, if you don't find anyone there, you'll immediately rotate back to Happy's position to try and help him up. That will be an instant tell that either they're stacked outside B, which is not so much of a problem because you already got a man there and he can probably hold on for a little while with smokes and flashbangs and molotovs. But if they rush A, you know you're in a lot of trouble. So the fact that they never got the information meant, I mean, even if Happy had got a kill in there, it would have still been a very tough round because they were just waiting for too long. I'm not sure what the holdup was in the middle for Envy in that round. But either way, 8-7, all things considered, is, you know, considering the quality of the team, this is a pretty open game still.
Yeah, because Envy are also, you know, their CT side right now, it isn't the best. They know it, and they're going into this thinking, well, it's all on the T side. We need to win the pistol. We need to break Fnatic's economy early, and that's the key point here for Envy. Their eco control of their opponents is the fact that they're constantly able to make sure that the CTs in front of them don't have everything they need to stop them from getting onto that bomb site.
Which also, by the way, means that if Fnatic can withstand the pressure early on, if they actually survive through all those rounds that Envy put on the pressure in, well, then this game could also be over a little bit quicker, or at least the map could be, than we might think. It's going to be an A hit here, split through apartments and through slope in towards the A-bomb site. Flusher not hitting anybody mid-air. Crims with a couple of opportunities here, but now the Glock train is closing in, and JW does help out, but Crim's going to go down, and so is JW. And now bomb is down, and they've got a lot of control.
And the push into CT is effective as well. Flash is going to go through, though, and that's perfectly timed. Both Fnatic members full flashed, and that's all the info that Kiyoshima needs. They can back off. They know where two of these players are. Instead, they want to try and take the fight with Olofmeister, but they're getting split up. They're getting diverted. Olofmeister, he's still alive. Happy finally gets rid of him, but it's too late. Pronax got the one kill onto Happy, and Kiyoshima's about to get dunked on with the nade, down to 14. Pronax just guarding that bomb defuse, and there is not a chance for Envy. How does Olofmeister stay alive so long?
Yeah, I don't know. That I think you're right, though. It was really, really good information with Kiyoshima. I'm glad he didn't continue to take the fight, but then it seemed like they lost a bit of focus as a team afterwards, and things got out of control. I must say this, though. That had me really scared. Pronax was peeking and taking the fight. He had the kit at the end of that 2v1. If he dies and the kit drops on the wrong side of the boxes, suddenly there's actually a chance that Kiyoshima could stay alive and wait, because Flusher wasn't even defusing the bomb. That was a kind of a risky moment, but it works out, and it's going to be 9-7 here. Small lead for Fnatic. And this is the pressure you're talking about. Envy just buying immediately.
Yeah, exactly. They don't even hesitate. They get that bomb plant. They're like, great, we can afford a few nades with these Tech 9s. And they're just going to go running right through. Apex actually right through the smoke. Olofmeister kind of backing off. He's going to get up into ladder room, try and get some presence going in window. He doesn't want there to be too much control here. Flusha boosted up on Toll Booth. He's going to pick up the wall bang onto Kenny as well. And Olaf spots Kiyoshima in jungle. This is actually falling apart now for Envy. A little bit of a happy nade going in there. But JW finds a return frag, and Apex is going to be just doing the best that he can here in a 1-on-4. It's definitely not looking good.
Wow.
We talk about how they need to, when you know Envy are going to go for that kind of force buy, that you need to hold, you know, long angles, not hold up close. I mean, Fnatic, they know exactly how to counter that kind of rush in this scenario.
And just to contrast, for any new players out there or new watchers out there on the stream, which are already hoping there are a lot of you who are new to the game and are enjoying it. Envy, when you get the bomb plant that first round, most other teams would save a round, and then in this round, which we're in right now, where they have just pistols and no armor, you have AK and armor, right? That bomb plant gives you the economy to do that, but Envy, they are a team that's known for trying to cut a couple of corners, and against a lot of teams, it actually does work. But now they're in a bit of a tricky position.
This is the matchmaking strat. Like, okay, they managed to get a kill. Now Fnatic are going to be feeling a little pressure. There's all 4 players here gathered up for Envy, and I mean, this is like an old mouse strat. Put the guy with the bomb up in the apartments and hope that Fnatic make the mistake of rotating off early from the A site. The one part is you just took like 100 damage worth of nade, of shrapnel to the face.
Handheld nuclear device in the hands of Pronax, and well, Crim's not going to buy that thing. He's played matchmaking too, Semler. 2 health left on him, and he doesn't. He actually shoots Happy's corpse. That is hilarious.
And why we find that funny, Happy does that all the time, and some players that actually tilts them. They're like, why does he do that? That's really rude. It's really disrespectful. So Crim's just like, hey, bro. How's it feel to get wrecked?
Well, it's going to be 11-7 Fnatic with a 4-round lead. And Envy back on AKs, and this is a crucial round. It's not going to be their last chance here in the first map, but we're getting close. They need to start putting some more rounds on the board and stop that Fnatic economy from growing, because it is, at least on a couple of players, pretty good. 7,300 on Olaf, and Pronax at almost 6,000.
Yeah, I mean, Fnatic are going to start breathing a little bit more here, I think. 11-7 is still close enough for Envy to catch up, but Fnatic now have the momentum going their way. Although, as I say that, NBK finds a key frag on Pronax in window. Flusha tries to bring it back, but that's not going to be quite cutting it. then that means that there's only JW over on the B side. Another kill goes out. Olofmeister up close to pit, gets picked off. 2-man advantage now for Envy when they have everything they need. JW, though, he's on the perfect backstab. Doesn't spot anybody in connector, though, and he could just take a bullet to the back of the head.
Yeah, he's got to be really careful here. Hiroshima going to take him down. I don't know. As soon as they were in that 3v5, I'm not sure why Fnatic wanted to keep pushing as hard as they were there. Maybe if you get a free kill somewhere, but they were playing like they wanted to try and retake that. Flusher, though, kind of where he spawned, just waiting, hoping that no one's going to come and find him.
Flusher, go home. I mean, he just went back home, right, Anders?
He's ready to drive that APC out of there. I mean, right now...
He's like, who had the keys?
Edian has like a machine gun on top, you know. You'd think they'd be able to just figure out and drive it onto the bomb site, you know.
Right? I mean, why all this?
Yeah, exactly. Why all this?
Why play CS at all?
8-11, and the 20th round is coming up, and because of the bank on Olof here and the bank on Pronex, 8 and 7,000 on each, they're just able to put together a buy here, but it is getting really close. And if that CT side economy breaks, I mean, that's what EnVy's Terror side is all about. Keep putting it on, never allow them to get any good buys in, and then, you know, claw their way back in.
This is the make or break moment, and you know, you feel like you're asking a lot of him, but Apex also needs to keep up that same kind of level that he had on the CT side. Now it's going to be so important that he hits those entry frags going onto the bomb sites here on the T side, and you can see him leading the way. They managed to collapse onto mid, so EnVy makes sure that they have full control here. And they are, again, it looks like hunting for the man holding the ladder room. This time, though, they've changed it up. It's Olofmeister who just goes and straight up sprays MBK down, gets the double kill as well. No, Kenny darts out of the way, and then Dunks banks the nade up onto Olof. But it brings it back to a 4-on-4 now, and this is where it gets a little tricky for Fnatic. They need to make the right call.
I think it might have been the most perfect time to use the word dunk there, because I think it actually did bounce onto Olofmeister. That's ridiculous. We're going to be back at a 4v4 here, and Apex goes down. Flusher waiting in CT spawn, and Kiyoshima almost making the same mistake. You could tell he really wanted to get in there. JW is going to snipe him all the way from catwalk, and now it will be down to a 2 versus 4. Happy and Kenny are left, trying to see if they could at least get this bomb down. It doesn't seem like a winnable round. Grenade rains in, and it doesn't even take out Crims. He's very low on health in that back corner. How could they possibly get this bomb down? They know as soon as they try, well, they're just going to get shot through the smoke. Happy spraying once and hitting Crims as well. Now back into a 1 versus 2. Surely not. Surely not. He's got 15 seconds, and he's going to try and fake it. See if Flusher's going to bite. He does walk in, and Happy almost takes him out. Nearly clutching a 1v4.
Ridiculous. But one step ahead as well, Fnatic. They already had JW rotating into CT. So if Flusha goes for that peek, Flusha actually, you can think that he should be waiting to hear the bomb before he actually peeks, but he throws himself in there to take the fight with Happy because he knows that they've already got the mind game going on him, that JW's going to be right behind him. Happy's going to expect JW to be playing from jungle or even connector. So, I mean, Fnatic, man, they're so tricky, so sneaky.
12-8, and the lead for Fnatic extends just a little bit more here. Happy gonna go down, and Olofmeister, he was actually the one who got killed a couple of times for that mid push, so he's realizing that's a bit annoying. I'm gonna try that myself. Flusher picking up 3 players in a row and looking for more, almost hitting Kiyoshima right through the smoke. What a performance here. This is a full buy round, and Flusher's gonna get that quad kill, taking no points of damage here. 13-8. That's the Flusher that we all know.
Yeah, that's him. I mean, one of the most consistent players, if not the most consistent player across all majors.
He is dropping 24 kills in 21 rounds. That's ridiculous. He's still got a KD of 2 right now. I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah. Man's the beast, Anders. And Olofmeister's woken up as well. I mean, Olofmeister was almost rocking a James Bond. Now he's up to 17 kills.
We see Khan and Street hanging out, having a good time.
Yeah, man. Look at that monster. This is a very good time for a pause, though. I mean, it's actually just on the edge of getting completely out of control. If EnVy could come up with some magical play here to keep Fnatic from getting onto 14 rounds, that would be amazing. But really, right now, I mean, it's just going over the brink here, where EnVy, they're almost going to have to like pack up the first map and go into Cobble.
I mean, right now, it's just the rest of the team trying to convince Happy not to force up and buy. You know, everyone's like, no, don't do that, don't do that. And Happy's like, no.
I've lost my precious. Like, he's got his buy script, right? He's like, ah.
I can do it. Well, he's got a little bit more money than everybody else, but still, I think it would be utter madness to try and force up in a round like this from EnVy's point of view. I would say they've truly lost their minds if that's going to be the case. 14 rounds is definitely bad if Fnatic get to it, and right now I'd say there's a decent chance that they will, but it's not as bad as risking the whole first map on having pistol armor on the T side of Mirage. And it's so easy for Fnatic to force situations where they're going to have long-range fights. I think the only chance if you go for a pistol force-up to win is to try and go for like a crazy B rush. I think like you have to hope you hit that first headshot on whoever is in B and then just train on through. I don't see otherwise how it's going to work out. And you said, oh my god, Samler, it's because they are actually going for it. What the hell is EnVy thinking?
No way. Oh, no, okay, it's just Apex. Apex went for the full buy. Maybe there was some miscommunication there because the rest of them, they're going to stabilize their money around the 1800 mark.
But you can't do a tactical timeout and have miscommunication, can you?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe you can. Maybe it's possible. I mean, this is ridiculous.
Maybe secretly Apex has been spending a couple of 100 hours on deathmatch with the Deagle, and he's going to show us what that's all about. Either way, I very much question this approach here from EnVy. We're going to have to see if it works. This would be a huge upset if it actually does. Apex downed already, did not have head armor, so one click there or one spray from Olofmeister, and he is going to be gone. Falling back onto Catwalk, and Flusher picking off MBK. Not looking good for a beginning here, but hiding in ladder room, there is still an EnVy player, and that's Happy charging up with the Tech-9 and picking up one kill and the rifle.
If they could have picked up JW there was actually a chance for EnVy to make something magical happen. But instead it's Happy getting caught. He gets spotted. He does take out Flusher, but Crims is there to double up, make sure that refrag goes Fnatic's way. And so far, Fnatic, they're perfectly fine with how things have been going. They just need to keep these 3 players alive, and they'll be safe as far as the money is concerned. It comes down to whether Kiyoshima can sneak his way out. JW just needs to miss the shot. That's like Kiyoshima needs to shoulder peek, or he needs to be watching, or he just needs to take the shot and miss it, or go for something completely different. Now Kiyoshima could actually get out here, possibly get a bomb plant, but it's not going to happen. A little bit too slow there on the uptake.
Here comes the big problem. Tiny bit. That's going to leave it at 14-8, and here comes the big problem. They really don't. They have enough money on for 4 people. It's not going to be a lot of utility, but it'll work. Apex, though, I mean, he's going to have just a little bit less than. I don't know.
Apex is one of those just like Shrek 9 players, though, man. Like he gets you and he wrecks you. Like you're not gonna stop him. So, I mean, maybe this is what was going on through their heads. It's like Apex, is like, well, I'll just buy Tech-9 next round, take point on the push, and lead the way, and it's not gonna be a problem.